Okay, welcome. I'm James Sanders. This is Yoga and Recovery, YouTube channel slash website and social channels that's focused on ways that yoga can support folks in recovery of substance abuse. I've been sober myself for a couple of decades now, and yoga's been a key piece of my toolbox, key tool in building this healthier life for myself. So I just want to share it with everybody. Um, we'll do about a 10-minute practice right now, and it's very much beginner friendly, any ability, any body size, shape, gender, age, whatnot. Should be pretty straightforward stuff. I have a mat only because they are nice to have if you have access to one, but you can certainly do this on your floor anywhere in your house, kitchen, or elsewhere. So let's go ahead and just come to a seated position. This could be in a chair if that's better for you, or really whatever is comfortable for you. But just sit somewhere tall. If you're in a chair, come to the edge of the chair, not so much leaning back into a chair back, if that's okay. Let's just sit tall. And we're going to take our hands to our knees or the tops of your thighs. When we inhale, we just bring the heart forward, arch the back, chin stays kind of level, okay? And then we exhale, we draw the back, we round the back, bring the navel in, and back and forth. Inhale, we come forward, and you can pull on your hands. And exhale, we go back. And just a handful of these, or even more than a handful. This is just a super, relaxing movement, just to start taking care of yourself and become acquainted with the idea of moving with breath, where you connect your breath and your movement. Pretty key piece of many yoga practices and traditions. Okay, so let's go ahead and pause that. And let's take our hand to the side, to the floor. With an inhale, we'll just reach our other hand up and over and just side bend. And maybe feel that stretch through the side, from the hips through the fingernails. And then we just go up and over to the other side. Just kind of find your own way to do it. If you're moving with breath, it's inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, stretch, and then hold. And then inhale up, and exhale over. So a little bit of a connection there, but don't get too fussy with that. No need to at the moment. Okay, so we'll finish up on this opposite side from where we started. And coming back upright. And last thing before we move off our seat, just a gentle twist. So you can take the left arm up, back behind you as we twist, looking over to the left. Hand can come to knee, thigh, wherever it lands is fine. And one thing, we don't round and bend down. We grow tall in our twists, tall spine. Twisting, twisting. And just hold for a couple of breaths. And when you're ready, release that side. And we'll go to the other side. So inhale the right hand up, comes back behind us, and twist to the other side. And just again, 3 or 4 breaths, nice and steady right here. Maybe you're already noticing one side moves more easily than the other. Maybe your back starts popping a little bit on one side and it didn't on the other. And we're all totally asymmetrical. So that's normal. Come on back around when you're ready. Let's come to our hands and knees. Excuse my sniffle. And just some undulating of the spine, kind of like what we did seated. We arch the back down, we gaze forward. This time the chin does lift. Exhale, we draw the navel up, push the floor away, rounding our back and tucking our chin, and then just back and forth, just like that. Again, here we are, connecting breath and movement. We inhale into the cow pose, it's called. And we exhale to the cat pose. And just back and forth. And trying to make sure shoulders are over wrists, hips are over knees. We're not too spread out or collapsed in. And knees can be wide as your hips, whatever's comfortable for you. And we can cease that movement. Let's just walk our hands down the mat or down the floor in front of us and just let the heart start to lower, hips stay over knees. So move the hands forward to let that happen. And slowly but surely, heart comes down. And notice the forearms are not on the mat. The armpits aren't crashing down. They're lifting away from the floor. And just let the heart, the sternum hang. Maybe your forehead touches down. Maybe not. You could always support your forehead with a rolled up towel or something if you like. And then we'll just walk our hands back, coming back to the hands and knees position and finding a neutral back. So it's like kind of a comfortable curve in the back. Now we're going to do something called thread the needle. I'm going to take my right hand off the floor. I'm going to reach it out to the right side and maybe up a little towards the sky. Then I'm going to exhale. I'm going to bring the right hand under my belly, palm faces up as I reach the right hand out to the left, eventually coming down to rest the side of my head, the outside right arm, outside right shoulder. This hand, left hand, comes like a kickstand, right? Fingertips down, elbow up. And just see where you land here. And this might already feel tight and compressed for you, so you can just stay put. And a lot of yoga is kind of just experiencing these poses, even if they're a little uncomfortable at first. Now, if you want to go deeper, you use this hand leverage and maybe move the hand more in line with your head and allow this top shoulder to move back over the bottom shoulder. And further still, you can lift off the floor a little bit, slide the right hand further, and come back to rest on that right shoulder. And maybe you turn your gaze up towards, the top of the wall across from you, or the ceiling, or the trees if you're outside. And it's been a little while in that pose, so let's come on out. Press the left hand down, gently unravel and unwind. I'm going to do the other side, and I will have my back to the camera just so you can kind of see what it looks like from that side. Not trying to be rude, but here we go. Inhale, left hand up, and then we just dive it through. Again, reaching pretty far, and then come to rest on that left shoulder, left outer arm, back of left hand on the floor, palm open to the sky. Right hand moves into position, somewhere kind of moving towards being in line with the top of the head, but probably not all the way on top of the head. Okay, and so when you're ready, can you push into that right arm if you like and move the right shoulder, top shoulder back. And if you want to lift off the floor a bit, slide the left hand further away and come on back down to rest. And just breathing here. And it's a very compacted way to breathe, which can be somewhat uncomfortable, but it'll be over shortly. So see about writing it out. And just decide to do something that's a little uncomfortable, but good for you. When you're ready, come on up, back to hands and knees. Now let's go ahead and take our left foot forward. Keep the right knee down on the floor, and you could fold your mat over or put a towel or something under your right knee if you're sensitive there. Now we're just going to come up to a kneeling lunge kind of shape here. Hands can be at hips. Maybe take your front foot a little closer to the edge of your mat if you're using one, just for better balance. And when you're ready, I'll take the arms up alongside ears. And how about even this? Interlace hands, take hands behind head. Elbows go wide. Okay. Finding this position. And then when you're ready, just lunging forward a bit. And just feel a stretch on that right quadricep if your left foot's forward. And feel the strength in your left leg. We're pressing our head into our hands. Nothing too vigorous. Elbows go back, wide across the collarbones. And then come on upright, and out we go. Hands back to the floor. Knees down, other side. Right foot forward. Same thing on the other side. Okay, so we lift up first to hands to hips. We want to have, knee, hip, heart, all this stuff pretty much in alignment for beginning. And then when you're ready, take the arms up. And again, can interlace hands behind head. Press head into hands. And then lunging forward. Don't have to go too far. Just wait till you start to feel something, a little stretch. You just want some activity, some action there, especially if you're new to yoga. And then pushing head back into hands. Open the elbows. Move them back. Breathing here for a few breaths. And come on up and out. Let's take our hands down to the mat. And believe it or not, it's almost been 10 minutes already. I'm going to come into a puppy pose, or a child's pose, sorry. Big toes touch, knees are wide. I'm just going to set my hips back towards my hands and come to rest on my forehead. And if your forehead doesn't want to reach your hands or floor, again, you could prop yourself up like this. You could stack your fists. You could use a book or a block of some sort. And just find a restful shape. We'll be there for a few seconds. And pretty much all yoga sequences are going to end in Shavasana. So I'm going to come over onto my back. So just lay on your back and extend your legs and place your hands where you like, maybe on the floor by your body, maybe on your belly. Rocking head back from side to side a couple times. And then find stillness and release. And with your exhales, just get softer, more heavy on the floor. And we try to stay in Shavasana for at least a few minutes for the sake of the video. I'm going to come on out. We take our feet to the floor, bend our knees, and roll to our side body. Breath or two here. And then use the strength of our arms to push up. So we're not using all core strength and using our neck to lift ourselves up to a seated position. Back to your comfortable seat. And that's it for this one. Very quick, beginner-friendly practice. Thank you for watching. Thank you for practicing if you did. And feel free to ask questions or leave comments. And I'm going to keep building on the videos here, so stay tuned for more. Thanks.